And it's time again for another Finding Your Why on Wednesday. How's everybody doing today? Listen, I love talking about finding your why on Wednesday. And you know why? Because what is eating? What is exercise? What are these habits that we have every day that are part of the fabric of our lives? They're just symptoms of underlying challenges. And those underlying challenges are really the nitty gritty of why we do what we do. Today, I want to talk about what I call your biggest saboteur. I call him Darth Vader or the judge. The executioner, as Shirzad Shamin calls it, however it is for you. But before we get started, welcome. I want you to know who I am because some of you might be new today and not know who I am. I am Evan Messman. I am the Chief Gratitude Officer and founder of Pro Attitudes, which is a health, wellness, and mindset coaching business. What I do is I work with really stressed out, successful professionals, but they're stressed and their energy level's not what it used to be. They're not sleeping well. They're not sure why their energy level's so low. And they blame it on getting older, but it's really the food they're eating. Or they just don't have confidence when it comes to their health. They went to the doctor and the doctor said, you got to do something about these numbers or I'm putting you on medication or worse. You know, there are 660,000 people that die every year from heart disease. Do you know what the number one symptom is for half of them? Sudden death. You don't get a second chance. Well, hopefully you're here today to get your second chance. And we're all about healthy thinking, eating, and living one choice at a time. So that's a little bit about me. Now let's find out where everybody is. Why don't you share in the chat if you're here live? Go ahead and share it now. And if not, while you're coming to visit, put in there what town you're from. Great. Thank you. And now, today I want to ask you, do you have a judge that sits on the shoulder and whispers lies in your ear? Lies like, what's wrong with me? Or, worse, what's wrong with you? Or, what's wrong with the situation? Constant negative self-talk. I like to call it the judge. Shirzad Shamin calls it the executioner in his great book, Positive Intelligence. There's a great assessment in there you can take at positiveintelligence.com. But I'm going to put in the chat at the end an assessment you can take that includes a lot more than that. It's 7 specific areas in your life of what are the biggest challenges when it comes to living a healthier lifestyle. And I'm offering that as a compliment to joining me today, and I'll even let you jump on a one-on-one with me and review it. No charge. That's really, I'm looking to help. But let's talk about this judge. What is this judge? What is going on? Why are we constantly stressed out? Constantly feeling anxious? Constantly having conflicts with our loved ones at work, even with ourselves? I call that suffering. There's a lot of suffering going on out there. So part of what I want to do is to have you understand everything that I've been kind of writing about this week. I've talked about awareness, being a fly on the wall. And then we talked yesterday about just focusing on, besides awareness, intention, finding your why. Well, all those things are great. Having intention and then having a focus so that what you focus on expands. But what happens when those neural pathways that are set up in our brains, those thought processes, these belief systems are there, how do we change them? That's where you need to learn that there is a way that we can reprogram or hack your mind. And with that awareness first of being a fly on the wall and looking at, well, what's preventing you from losing weight? What's preventing you from eating healthier? What's your challenges when it comes to exercising consistently? What's preventing you from just being content and happy at this very moment? Well, Those things are all part of what comes out when we start to shine the light like a flashlight into the corners, into the cobwebs, into the dark, and start looking at what's in our subconscious. What is driving us to our habits? What is driving us to do the things that we do? And then how can we reprogram it? Or are we going to be a slave for the rest of our lives to those habits, those self defeating habits? Well, that's part of what we're going to do. And part of what I want you to do is to start thinking about, are you listening to your judge? Are you listening to that Darth Vader that's sitting on your shoulder and saying, there's something wrong with that person? There's something wrong with you. How could you do that? Right? You hear those things. Well, what if you let go of hearing that, be a witness to it, and realize it's your judge? Just let it go and laugh at it. Go, label it. I want you to label your judge this week. You decide what you want to call him. Like I said, I call mine Darth Vader. But I want to connect with that inner sage in you, which is up there on the show, up on the shelf, the Yoda. I want to find the Jedi Master Yoda. I want to connect with that and find out, well, what would they do? What would that part of me that is my power state? Where's that inner superhero? And what would they say? What would they do? You cannot have the primal state, which is that Darth Vader, that stressed, negative self-talk state, and your power state, which is your sage or that Yoda, occupying the same space. Because when you're in that primal state, it's about survival. You've got that lizard brain that's making the decision, am I going to live? Am I going to fight? Am I going to run? That's the challenge. We have to make that decision that, hey, we're not in that state. And the first step in doing that is to first identify it. And then sometimes, you know what, that's not enough. Then we have to actually practice things that use what we call our executive command or our sensory command, that prefrontal cortex part of the brain, and get us out of our brains, out of our heads, out of that primal state. That would be with breathing. It could be with any of your senses. It could be with touch. It can be with listening, eyesight, rubbing your tongue against your teeth, or most importantly, the breath. Those are just some of the ways that you can get out of that primal state. We'll talk more about those in upcoming Facebook Lives, but I want to know if that was helpful for you. Please let me know and give me a thumbs up in the chat. And I'm looking forward to seeing you every Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with the Facebook, our what we call our Wednesday Whys. In the Facebook group that I have, I want you to join that too. And that will give you that opportunity to talk about these subjects, because I write about them every day to give you tools in your toolbox so that you can find a way to make the choices that you need to make every day to live the life you've always dreamed of. Well, thanks for joining me today. Remember, I'm Evan Messman. I am the Chief Gratitude Officer of Pro Attitudes, helping you change, helping you live the life you've always dreamed of, one choice at a time. Healthy thinking, eating, and living. Go make it a great week. And I'll put that link in the comments for you guys. Okay, so you can also take that free assessment. Thanks a lot. Have a great week.